After the big storm, with the cold continuing for the rest of the week ahead. Temperatures warm up leading up to Christmas. I'll have the details coming up.
Coastal Commute Challenge, the aftermath on the roads after the intense rain we all experienced. Delmarva decisions, redistricting to be decided in one county, early voting ending in another.
Lock, end zone, it is caught, touchdown!
The fourth quarter comeback by the Seahawks sends the Eagles to a third straight loss.
This is CoastTV News Today.
It is Tuesday, December 19th, 2023. Good morning. I'm Matt Pensick. Paige Marley will be joining us a little later. And as we make our way on this Monday morning, we're going to bring in First Alert meteorologist Bob Triheat. It's a little bit drier today as we get ready for our Tuesday. Bob?
Certainly is, Matt. Good morning to you. Good morning, Delmarva. The big storm is now long gone, and we're looking at chilly and breezy conditions. And we've seen some clouds through the overnight. Nothing in the way of precipitation. Those clouds have kept the temperatures up a little bit. And we do have another cold front back to our west, and that will reinforce that colder air as we go through the day. And we're looking at temperatures only in the 40s, while the lake effect snow machine is going full blast along the belt area there, lake effect snow belt, I should say, into New York around Buffalo and Cleveland, and some of those flurries getting to the mountains to our west, and it's possible we could get a flurry or shower later on. Upper 30s to right around 40 degrees out the door this morning, so it's chilly, not especially cold, as we're looking at a breezy west-northwest wind. Feels like temperatures are in the 30s, so you do want to bundle up with that wind for sure. And we'll be in and out of the clouds this morning. Here's mid-morning 39. By noon, the clouds increase, and we're only in the low 40s this afternoon. Could see a flurry or sprinkle with the clouds. Otherwise, just chilly as we go into the evening hours, as temperatures are several degrees below average today. We've got a cold week ahead, but a warm up heading into Christmas. I'll talk about that in your full forecast coming up.
All right, thanks. This morning, flooded roads still presenting challenges for your morning commute, and this after the serious rains that hit the coast yesterday. Standing water can be dangerous for vehicles, and both DelDOT and MDOT recommend drivers take alternative routes to avoid any dangerous situations. DelDOT's saying its biggest concern now is ice on the road, as temperatures are expected to drop later in the week. Well, this morning, the next step in redrawing voting districts in Worcester County, a public hearing scheduled during the commissioners' meeting in Snow Hill. The plan that will be presented has been signed off on by all 7 commissioners. The new lines drawn will be based on 2020 census data. County officials say one of the goals is to make the population more equal in each district. They also want this finalized by February 9th for candidates to file for the Board of Education election. And redistricting also playing a role in this story with early voting in Delaware State House 37th District Special Election. It ends today. Candidates running are retired critical care nurse and healthcare consultant Republican Valerie Jones-Giltner and Sussex County Democrat Party Chair Jane Hovington. The seat became vacant after former state representative Ruth Briggs King resigned due to moving over the district line. People in the district, which serves mostly the Millsboro and Georgetown area, can also go to the polls on Thursday to vote. Bit of a scary situation for this next story here in Seaford after students and parents had to deal with a threat made over the weekend. It was made regarding the Seaford Middle School on a social media platform. The school district says it worked with law enforcement and was able to disprove any possible threat. Well, we have developing news in Lewis. It's about the bus line for the city. City Council there now questioning if keeping the bus system in its current state is even worth it. The bus line is facing 3 options, either keeping the program as it is currently, modifying it, or simply getting rid of it. Now, the project aims to ease traffic and fix problems, but some council members say the project is costing the city over $100,000. Other council members remarked that the state public transit is meant to be a service, not to make money. One business owner we spoke with says a lack of awareness for the program may be the cause for a lack of riders.
I think the biggest thing is just educating the people that are coming here on vacation, you know, through the rentals, through social media, through the tourism agencies and everything of the services that we have available here.
Now, some of the changes that could be coming to the bus program include reducing the number of routes or even district pickup, kind of like Uber or Lyft, but nothing's been finalized yet. Breaking news overnight, the Eagles had a 10-3 halftime lead against the Seahawks, but Seattle scored 10 points in the final quarter, including this Drew Lock 29-yard touchdown pass to Jackson Smith and Jegba with just 28 seconds to go in the game. It is the third straight loss for the Eagles, who miss out on a chance to regain control of the NFC East, and we will have more on this game later on Coast TV News Today. Was the White House and Congress attempt to come to terms on border security issues and other immigration-related battles brewing in Texas? The governor there, Greg Abbott, signs a new state law making it a crime to illegally enter the state. The measure gives local law officials the ability to arrest migrants who are trying to sneak into the Lone Star State. Supporters say praising Abbott's move. They're doing that and saying it provides Texas with another way to protect its southern border, but opponents have issues with this new law, which is expected to go into effect in March. Got some new details on the crash that happened involving President Biden's motorcade over the weekend. According to Wilmington police, the driver, 46-year-old James Cooper, being charged with a DUI after colliding with an SUV that was part of the president's motorcade. The police say the crash did not seem to be intentional. Cooper is being charged with inattentive driving. Hunter Biden will be arraigned on federal tax charges early next year. The arraignment is set for January 11th. The 53-year-old Biden facing 3 felony and 6 misdemeanor counts. Maximum penalty he could face if convicted is 17 years in prison. He will formally enter his plea at the arraignment. Last night, Hunter Biden and his father were spotted at a family outing in Wilmington. The president is scheduled to leave Delaware for the White House later this morning. U.S. officials are pushing for another pause in fighting in Israel. This as Hamas released another video showing 3 elderly male hostages under duress. Now, back on Capitol Hill, lawmakers are working through to their scheduled holiday recess to try to reach a funding deal for Israel. And NBC's Bree Jackson shows us growing concern for safety in America and abroad.
Anger growing over 3 hostages accidentally killed by Israeli troops, including the son of this grieving father.
You murdered my son twice. You let the Hamas take my son on October 7th, and you killed my son on December 14th.
U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin delivering a message to Israeli military leaders in Tel Aviv to protect civilians while also stressing that Israel has a right to defend itself.
I'm here with a clear message. America's support for Israel's security is unshakable, and Israel is not alone.
The Biden administration is turning up the pressure on Israel to negotiate a new ceasefire to release remaining hostages and allow the flow of aid into Gaza. Those talks come at the same time that lawmakers are still trying to hammer out a deal to send additional aid to Israel and Ukraine. Republicans want tougher immigration policies in exchange.
Senate Republicans will not make up for others showing up late to the table by waiving our responsibility to carefully negotiate and review any agreement before voting on it.
But we must succeed. Democrats remain committed to working with our Republican counterparts to reach an agreement.
There's mounting pressure on Congress to act and for Israel to bring remaining hostages home safely. In Washington, Bree Jackson, NBC News.
Man, most people say the funding battle on Capitol Hill appears unlikely to end before the new year. Well, we're just getting started. Delmarva is still feeling the effects of that first alert weather day yesterday. We'll show you more of the flooding that it caused. And Mega Millions Mayhem will tell you how much you could win as the Powerball jackpot climbs, as no winner has been chosen. And that flooding impact many businesses across Delmarva, including surf crossings at Cape Henlopen, like you see here. We'll tell you about that and the change Shelbyville made in the next year. All that and more as Coast TV News Today continues.
Come out for the Delmarva Shorebirds Hot Stove Banquet, Thursday, February 8th at the Waikomico Youth and Civic Center. Get your tickets today, which include a buffet-style dinner and your opportunity to meet former Orioles pitcher Ben McDonald, Plus, there'll be a cash bar and silent auction with sports memorabilia from your favorite MLB and minor league teams. Proceeds benefit the Shorebirds Fly Together Fund. Tickets available now at theshorebirds.com.
Middays with me, April Brilliant. It's a feel-good show on your radio.
April is the easiest way to get through your workday.
She can play your favorite song.
She can help you find your furry friend.
The easiest way to get through your workday is with April.
She really makes you feel special.
Hey friends, hang out with me weekdays here on Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3 each day from 10 to 3.
Coming up on Wheel, every spin brings a handful of emotions. From laughs to gasps and everything in between. Next Wheel.
Tuesday at 7 on CoastTV.
Next Jeopardy.
The first of our second chance competitions, we'll see the return of players who came so close to victory. Today, that's all going to change for one of our 3 players.
Let's make it a true daily double.
Tuesday at 7:30 on CoastTV.
Welcome to Atlanta, baby. On the next Tamron Hall, buckle up for another Tam Fam road trip. Find out why Atlanta was named one of the best places to visit by Nat Geo. And what's a trip to the ATL without visiting our friends? In an exclusive first, Brad and Judy invite us inside their home to meet their new baby. Then I catch up with Candy Burrs at her restaurant, the Old Lady Gang, and we surprise some Atlanta super fans. Next Tamron Hall.
Tuesday at 3 on CoastTV.
Coming up on 512 on this Tuesday morning as we're, drying out from the big storm from yesterday. Here's our Tyndall's Casual Furniture Camp, 38 in Laurel. Watch out for water still on the roadways, on the side of the road, especially in the ditches and fields today. Temperatures in the 30s and 40s, so no worry about those freezing this morning. But tonight, that's a different story. We're seeing a westerly breeze right now, and that's knocking the feels-like temperature down into the 30s for a lot of us. So bundle up out the door. We've been seeing some clouds. It's possible we could see a sprinkle or a flurry today as we get a reinforcing shot of colder air. Bus stop forecast, bundle up the kiddos, 38 cold and breezy. And don't be surprised if they say, hey, Mom, I saw a flurry or a sprinkle today. Heading home, 41, chilly and breezy.
Well, in traffic, if flooded roads weren't enough, drivers can expect lane closures on Route 113 in the area of Arrow Safety Road in Georgetown. Deldat says closures are scheduled for tomorrow, December 20th, between 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. The closures are required for pavement repair work. And with all the rainfall, the Holiday Village in Shelville in Rehoboth Beach will be adding 2 more dates after feeling the effects of that first alert weather day on Monday. The attraction experienced power outages and flooding issues and was closed last night due to safety concerns. The village will be open on January 1st and 2nd. Again, tickets will not be offered. Rather, guests can arrive on a walk-up basis only on those days. Now, along with Shelville, the Cape Henlopen State Park closed all vehicle surf crossings due to dangerous high surf conditions. You can see those crossings right here. Park officials say they are closely monitoring the situation. An announcement will be made as soon by the park as it is safe to reopen the surf crossings.
Any Chick-fil-A fan knows the chicken chain is closed on Sundays. But now a proposed bill in New York could affect Chick-fil-A locations at rest stops in the state. The new bill would require food services at transportation facilities and rest areas owned and operated by certain public authorities to remain open 7 days a week. So far, Chick-fil-A has not commented on this proposed bill. All right, if you were counting on winning the lottery to pay off your holiday shopping, time is running out. The jackpot would buy a lot of presents as it now reaches over an estimated $500 million. No one has won the big pot since October 11th. This marks the 4th time it has risen above the $500 million just this year. Still ahead this morning, massive flooding across Delmarva as roads are still clearing out from the first alert weather day. We're showing you how this weather has impacted locals on Delmarva.
And we are beginning to dry out from that big storm yesterday. The water will recede, but still some standing water today. It's blustery and dry right now on the boardwalk, and we've got a couple of cold days on the way. And then warming up for Christmas, and no snow for Santa to land on, unfortunately. Details after the break on Coast TV News Today.
Turn on Bionic Spotlight Extreme 360, the motion-activated home defense light that looks just like a security camera. It detects even the slightest motion and automatically triggers 6 ultra-bright LED high beams. Call or go online and order your Bionic Extreme 360 for just $19.99. Plus, get free shipping on your entire order.
To order, call 1-800-316-1548 or go online to buybionic360.com. Call now.
Once upon a time in Rehoboth Beach was a lost little elf, his home far from reach. When all of a sudden he saw a twinkling sign. A magical winter village? Could it be mine? His eyes grew wide as he walked through the doors. The North Pole, you say? No, Shellville, of course. A magical maze was his first stop on the tour. Wasting no time at all, he set out to explore. With so much to discover and so much to do, he knew for a fact all his dreams would come true. After all the excitement, he needed a treat, a warm, tasty beverage to help move his feet. No longer did he feel so lost and alone. Our brave little elf had found a new home.
Over 100 boys and girls basketball teams. 5 days of the best high school basketball talent in the country. 8 games a day. And it's all on the Delmarva Sports Network. The 41st Annual Governor's Challenge High School Basketball Tournament lives right here on the Delmarva Sports Network. From the first tip of the day to the wrap-up show each night, DSN is there. Download the Delmarva Sports Network app to see the action from every court. The 41st Governor's Challenge, exclusively on DSN. Presented by OC Floor and Home Gallery. Download the free CoastTV First Alert weather app today.
All right, it is 5:16 on this Tuesday morning, and right there in the middle of your screen, we are getting a live look at Ocean City. And I guess one good thing, Bob, is we don't have that bitter chill waking up this morning.
No, we do not, Matt. You know, it's a chill, but it's not that bitter chill. That might come beginning tomorrow morning. Now, make sure you scan the QR code right down here, that little funny shape. Get your phone in camera mode and download the CoastTV weather app. Important to have for days like yesterday. We had the first alert day with that big nor'easter and the cold and windy weather to come. Now, as far as our frost forecast, the good news is I don't think you have to scrape this morning. We've got a bit of a breeze and temperatures are above freezing. So no frost, but that will change as we go into tomorrow morning. Temperatures now, above those frosty levels, 30s to around 40 degrees, 40 in Millsboro, 40 in Bethany Beach and Rehoboth, 38 in Delmar, Redden right now 39 for you, and Milford currently sitting at 38 degrees. We're looking at winds coming out of the west-northwest around 7 to 14 miles per hour, and those winds will be with us all day long. They're gusting up to 15 miles per hour in some places, and they'll get even stronger as we go through the day. It's going to be a cold and really breezy to windy day, and we're seeing some clouds floating through. We're in this trough of low pressure across the East Coast. We've got some showers offshore and another front back to our west, and that will reinforce that colder air today. And we've got lake effect snow right up into the mountains of Pennsylvania, maybe into the Poconos, and really heavy snow along the snow belt areas of western New York around Buffalo and back into western PA. But those flakes not surviving the trek here. Maybe a flurry or two later, but that's about it. Otherwise, really cold air behind this system as we're seeing the wind starting to pick up through the morning. Upper 30s around 9 by noon. We start to bring in some more clouds. It's breezy and cold. Highs only in the low 40s, and temperatures don't move. In fact, it'll feel colder because the clouds roll in mid-afternoon, maybe a flurry or a sprinkle. And then as we go through the overnight, skies start to clear and winds start to diminish. I think we're looking at least lower 30s, a lot of us into the 20s. And we'll have to watch out for that standing water from yesterday's rain. Hopefully it won't freeze up on the roads as we go into tomorrow morning. And we're looking at temperatures tomorrow afternoon, cold once again into the 40s. Look at the winds really picking up this afternoon, nearly 30 mile per hour gusts by noon. afternoon, and that's the same as we go into mid-afternoon. Then those winds do start to calm down as we go through time, but those feels like temperatures this afternoon into the lower 30s, feeling like right around 20 tomorrow morning, maybe even teens, and still feeling like 30s as we go into tomorrow and beyond. Want to fast forward to Christmas. Santa's going to need the wheels on the sleigh, and we're not going to have a white Christmas. In fact, I think it's dry and mild with temperatures into the 50s, maybe some showers off to our west and north as we go through Christmas, and then increasing rain after that. Paul Davis 7-day forecast, 40s the next several days, cold overnight lows into the 20s, then warming up just in time for Santa's arrival. He can probably go with the shorter sleeves. 51 Christmas Eve, and then Christmas Day looks dry and 53. Our umbrella winner today is Joseph Smith from Milton. Congratulations, Joseph, on your brand new umbrella from Paul Davis and Coast TV.
All right. Thank you, Bob. Drivers might want to leave a little early as roads are still not completely clear after yesterday's flooding. Actually got some video here of horses gathering together on a few feet of dry land left in their corral in Millsboro. Businesses in Bethany Beach had to close for the day as flooding took over streets and sidewalks, but the accumulation of water in some people's yards brought damage to homes and property.
Had a couple hurricanes, and we would get similar water like this, but I have never seen so much water come down in such a small amount of time, and that's the issue.
And homeowners in Harbison should expect the flooding to subside over 2 or 3 days based on past years. This does bring us to our Coast TV poll. We want to know what your top concern is regarding local flooding. So let's take a look at the updated results. So far, 56% say the biggest concern is property damage. 24% are concerned with climate change, and then we got 10%, well, we got some changes there that just happened. Emergency response and infrastructure upgrades are the other category. So if you haven't voted yet, you can still do so at coasttvnews.com or the mobile app, and we will show you updated results later on Coast TV News Today. Well, happening in Millsboro next month, a public hearing on a proposed subdivision. 214 homes are proposed for 69 acres in Millsboro. Jack Lingo Asset Management is the applicant for the subdivision on Hickory Hill and Radish Road. Public hearing on the subdivision scheduled for January 2nd. New in Dewey Beach, the Planning and Zoning Commission will hold a public hearing next month to amend an ordinance. This is related to smoke detectors and carbon monoxide detectors. Town will discuss an act to add requirements for these detectors in all types of bedrooms, hotels, or other types of sleeping accommodations in Dewey Beach. This meeting is set for Friday, January 12th at 3 p.m. at the Dewey Beach Life Saving Station. We'll be right back.
Expand your family this holiday season. Grassroots Rescue believes each and every dog deserves their own unique chance at a happily ever after. Home of the perfectly imperfect, Grassroots Rescue provides educational opportunities and information on responsible pet ownership, offering assistance with pet food, spay, neuter, and emergency medical care. For more info on how to adopt, visit grrde.org.
Take your favorite radio station with you wherever you go. Download free today.
When you're at the beach, the priority is having fun with your family. And when you got a full house, let us handle the food and bring Bethany Blues to you. From our award-winning barbecue to specialty dishes and family-style options, we have something special for your group. Let Bethany Blues bring the good times home to you.
With all the choices of services around Delmarva, where do you even begin? Trust experts of various fields offering the best of Delmarva, including Kitchen Concepts Plus, Chesapeake Eye Center, Apple Discount Drugs, Porch Protection Systems, FLC Energy, Spicer Brothers Construction, Mattress Peddlers, Homewell Care Services, Robinson's Jewelry and Coin Shop, Delmarva Acupuncture and Wellness Center, Mast Audiology Services, Riptide Restoration, Active Pest Solutions, Delmarva Day, Buchanan Subaru, and Floor Coverings International of Middle Delmarva. Delmarva experts, local experts, right when you need them.
Get ready to soar with the Hawks. Delmarva Sports Network is your exclusive home for UMES Hawks basketball. From the first whistle to the final buzzer, DSN will take you courtside. Experience the excitement of both the men's and women's teams with every dribble, steal, and three-pointer. To see the schedule or watch the games, go to delmarvasportsnetwork.com or download the DSN app. Join us all season long only on the Delmarva Sports Network, your exclusive home for UMES Hawks basketball.
I'm Madeline Overturf. Here's a look at just some of the things happening across Delmarva. Are you going to Laurel's basketball game Tuesday? Well, listen up. You'll not be allowed to wear ski masks, face masks, or any non-COVID religious face covering. The police department says the change is due to safety, and the dress code applies to all school-sponsored events. An electrical issue is to blame for this Dagsboro fire. It happened around 2 a.m. Saturday. No one was home and no one was hurt. A Bridgeville man was pronounced dead after this crash in the Milton-Ellendale area on Route 16. Police say Terrence Perry was the passenger in this truck, which ran into a tree. That's just some of the things happening across Delmarva. I'm Madeline Overturf.
Maryland State Highway Administration is making a permanent speed limit change. The limit will be on Royal Oak Road between Maryland 33 and Moores Road. This will be reduced from 40 miles per hour to 35 miles per hour. This decision is to improve safety on a stretch with many homes and driveways and also side streets. Well, as we bring back First Alert meteorologist Bob Try, I guess we're not going to have much of a warm-up today. If you're looking for that walk on the beach, you better bundle up.
Bundle up big time. No warm up at the beach, mat, or inland. And this is for several days. This is going to be an extended stretch of cold weather. We are leading up to the first day of winter, which is coming up on Thursday. And it'll feel like it along the beaches. Ocean City and Fenwick Island beginning in the 30s this morning. By noon in the mid-40s. But with that wind feeling like 30s, you're going to want to bundle up for sure. Maybe a sprinkle as we go into the afternoon, possibly a flurry. But I think just some clouds and sun. Lower 40s for Lewis and then lower 40s into Rehoboth as well. So a very chilly ferry ride to Cape May. More on the big chill and your Christmas holiday forecast coming up in a couple minutes.
Thanks, Bob. Coming up after the break on CoastTV News Today, protecting commerce in the Middle East. A new operation created after attacks led to shipping delays in that region. And life uncertain for the Lewis Line bus service. We'll tell you why the city may decide to end the public transportation in the future. Don't go anywhere as CoastTV News Today continues after the break.
Positive, focused,
supportive, and goal-oriented. These are just a few qualities of coaches who inspire their athletes.
Each month, the Preston Automotive Group will select a coach who makes a difference and make a $500 donation to their organization. Then at the end of the year, 3 of these coaches will receive an extra donation to their program.
Nominate your coach today at DelmarvaSportsNetwork.com under the Features tab.
Delmarva Sports Network, coach who makes a difference. Brought to you by Preston Automotive Group.
Imagine a knife taking this much abuse and didn't need sharpening. Introducing the incredible NutriBlade knives. They're coated with granite stone non-stick and made of stainless steel, one of the hardest substances on earth. Now everyone can chop, slice, and dice just like a pro. The Easy Grip rubberized handles deliver incredible control and accuracy to chop salads in seconds and cut frozen solid meat with ease and get razor-thin slices every time. The non-stick surface means food slides right off and they're dishwasher safe. Plus, they'll stay razor sharp guaranteed. A complete set of chef knives can cost you hundreds, but today you can get this professional 6-piece set of NutriBlades for just $29.95. Order right now and we'll even ship them to you free. Now get your own NutriBlade knives from Granite Stone. The last knives you'll ever buy.
Call 1-800-645-8074 or go to buynutriblade.com.
Delmarva Home Show. Explore the hidden house gems here on the peninsula. Exciting tours of stunning homes, charming cottages, and luxurious beachfront properties. Designer ideas and insider tips to help inspire your home decor. Discover the best of Delmarva's architecture and interior design. A showcase of the most unique and beautiful homes on Delmarva. Start your tour Sunday mornings at 11:30 on WBOC.
This is Coast TV News Today.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us during this half hour of Coast TV News Today. I'm Paige Marley. It is 5:29 on a much drier, hopefully a much sunnier day today on Delmarva, but we are going to bring in the expert, First Alert meteorologist Bob Trahy. He joins us now to help you prepare as you head out the door this morning. Hey there, Bob.
Hey, good morning, Paige. Good morning, Delmarva. We do dry out after the big nor'easter, but it's a slow process, so still watch out for some water on some of the side roads, farm roads, and the ditches in the fields. Still some big ponds out there. Otherwise, it is drying out. It's chilly. We have some clouds coming through. We're in this northwest flow. We've got this trough of low pressure over us, and there's another front back to our west. That will reinforce the cold air today. And we're seeing lake effect snow right along the mountains of the Appalachians into the Poconos and really going into the lake, snow belt areas of New York. We could see a flurry today or a sprinkle, but that's about it. Temperatures out the door, 30s and low 40s. You're not scraping any frost. We're seeing a breezy westerly wind with those feels like temperatures into the 30s. We're only into the mid 30s as we go through the morning, upper 30s. A little later in the morning, it's going to be a slow climb today with lower 40s this afternoon, clouds, maybe some sprinkles or flurries. Otherwise, just blustery and chilly. You match up the actual temperature with the wind chill, 30s and 40s, but feeling like 30s, even 20s by this evening.
I think I brought my coat, Bob. Thank you so much. This morning, the next steps in redrawing voting districts in Worcester County. A public hearing is scheduled during the commissioners' meeting in Snow Hill. The plan that will be represented will be signed off by all 7 commissioners. The new lines will be drawn based on 2020 census data. County officials say one of these goals is to make the population more equal in each district. They also want this finalized by February 9th deadline for candidates to file for the Board of Education election. The Lewis line is hitting some road bumps. Some problems facing the bus program have people wondering if it should even stick around. Coast TV News reporter Charles Reiner shows us what kind of changes could be down the road.
The future of the Lewis line is a bit up in the air. City Council is looking into possible changes for the bus line due to lack of riders and losing money on the project. But Deputy Mayor Khalil Saliba says making money was never the goal.
It's not designed to be a revenue raiser. It's designed to be a service. And so we went into the Lewis line knowing that. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to provide a service that people want.
Saliba says there are 3 options for the line. Either leave the line as it is, modify the Lewis line, or get rid of it altogether. According to Councilwoman Carolyn Jones, additional costs to fix the buses has also raised some concerns.
I did speak with one person today who didn't want to get on camera, but they mentioned that they have seen these buses here drive past them countless times. And according to them, every time they looked inside, the bus was empty.
But Michiko Seto at Blooming Boutique says more people would ride it if it was just advertised more.
Mainly the people that I've talked to that have ridden it are the people that got off the ferry and they knew that was one of their options. But when I talk to people here and we try to promote it and talk about it, and we get some papers from them on that, well, we need more flyers or something that we can hand out, or a master that we can just constantly promote, because I think we got to get everybody promoting it.
The line is on a 3-year pilot program, with this upcoming summer being the 3rd year.
According to Councilwoman Carolyn Jones, nothing has been decided quite yet on what to do with the Lewis line here, but she did tell me today that she hopes it sticks around in some way, shape, or form. I'm Charles Reiner in Lewis, Coast TV News.
Happening next in Sussex County, the special election for District 37, which is the Georgetown and Millsboro area. That election day is happening Thursday, December 21st. The candidates running are Valerie Jones-Giltner, who was nominated by the Delaware GOP, and Jane Hovington, nominated by Delaware Democrats. This seat became vacant after former state representative Ruth Briggs King resigned due to moving over her district line. The Department of Elections says early voting runs until today at its office in Georgetown. Seaford Middle School is thanking law enforcement and students and parents after dealing with a threat that's made over the weekend. This threat was made regarding the Seaford Middle School on a social media platform, and the school district says it worked with law enforcement and was able to disprove any possible threat. Very good news there. Well, as we approach the end of the year in Ocean City, they want you to mark your calendar for some events already on the schedule for next year. The town is holding its 2nd inaugural Dream Fest on Martin Luther King weekend. This will be from January 12th to the 14th, and the event is packed with music, history tours, speakers, and celebrations all around Maryland's coast, all honoring Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s legacy. U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin is in Bahrain today. Bahrain is home to the U.S. Navy's headquarters in the Middle East. Secretary Austin announced the creation of a new multinational operation to safeguard commerce in the Red Sea following a series of missile and drone attacks by Yemen-Iran-aligned Houthis. The seriousness of the attack have led to multiple shipping delays in that area. And now, as the White House and Congress attempt to come to terms on border security issues, another immigration-related battle is brewing right now in Texas. Texas Governor Abbott created a new law that's aimed at punishing those who come into Texas illegally. John Lawrence shows us now the legal battles that could be ahead for this new law.
By putting pen to paper, Texas Governor Greg Abbott signs a new state law making it a crime to illegally enter the state.
The only thing we are doing by this law is making sure that our law enforcement have the tools they need to actually take action against those who are actually coming across the border illegally.
The measure, SB 4, gives local law officials the ability to arrest migrants who are trying to sneak into the Lone Star State.
As the National Guard see, as the Texas Department of Public Safety see, they know that they're not profiling. They are seeing with their own eyes people who are violating the law.
Supporters are praising Abbott's move, saying it provides Texas with another way to protect its southern border. But others have issues with this new law, which is expected to go into effect in March.
The problem is that local law enforcement don't have the training to enforce immigration law. So, of course, there could be some errors that could be done because they just don't get that training.
21 Democratic lawmakers wrote a letter to Attorney General Merrick Garland expressing, quote, grave concern about Texas Senate Bill 4.
I do support stricter policies, but at the same time, not to the extreme where you don't allow the rights of the immigrants to claim asylum.
I'm John Lawrence reporting.
And the ACLU is threatening to sue Governor Abbott over SB 4, which the group calls one of the most anti-immigrant bills ever passed by the state. All right, well, we still have a lot more news to get to this morning. Coming up in Coast TV News today, the Woodland Ferry going to be closing again very soon. We're telling you why and when you need to make alternative travel plans. And the Eagles try to end a 2-game losing streak and taking on the Seattle Seahawks last night. We'll show you, however, how the Seahawks ended up coming out on top. Coast TV News today. We'll be right back.
Hey moms, you know those unforgettable face palms? Those moments that leave us both laughing and sighing. They're not just mishaps, there are shared stories. Share your unique mom moments with us. Go to coastlife.com/mom.
You need to lose weight, but you hate lugging out that big blender for a healthy shake. Hi, Chef Daniel Green here with my Bionic Blade, the new handheld blender that's rechargeable, so you can make a fast, healthy shake anywhere. Designed like this shake bottle you take to the gym, it has the motor and blades built right into the lid. Bionic Blade quickly creates smooth drinks just like the big blenders. But this is portable, so you can make a shake anywhere. Make pina coladas right by poolside. Even grind coffee beans and make a quick, refreshing iced coffee pick-me-up on the go.
Get the Bionic Blade for just $29.99 and we'll even ship it to you free. But wait, order now and get 2 sipping lids, a second large blender container, plus the sports lid, yours free. You'll get this entire portable blending system for just $29.99. Call or click now.
To order, call 1-800-709-7148 or go to buybionicblade.com. So call 1-800-709-7148 or you can order online at buybionicblade.com.
Jennifer Hudson Show. We've got Adrian and Israel Houghton.
I love them so much.
Then grab a tissue.
That almost took me out.
And experience the most beautiful reunion.
Tuesday at 2 on Coast TV.
Just about 5:39 on this brisk Tuesday morning. Here's our Gateway Subaru Cam 41 in Ocean City, feeling colder with the wind, and we've got 30s other places like Greenwood, Seaford, and several other cities, including Lewis as well. So bundle up out the door. We've got a gusty westerly wind, and that picks up through the day. We'll have a reinforcing shot of cooler air. Feels like temperatures in the 30s. We're seeing some clouds moving through this morning. We'll call it sun and clouds today, and a lot colder air coming in, and that could mean some flurries or maybe a sprinkle later on. Not a big deal. Don't need the snow shovel. Do need the winter coat out the door, the hat and gloves. I'll say no to the ice scraper this morning because of the breeze and temperatures above freezing. It's always good to have a warm beverage, and make sure you have the shades handy as well.
Bob, thank you. Happening today, Harry K. Foundation Food Pantry at the Howard T. Ennis School will operate under special holiday hours. Today, the pantry will be available for students and families from 9 a.m. until 1:30 p.m. Also, for Indian River School students, there will be a Delaware Food Bank mobile food pantry on site at GW Carver. That's tomorrow from 9 until 11 a.m. Well, as the holiday season approaches, well, we're really in the swing of it. The Blood Bank of Delmarva has a special treat for blood donors. From December 21st until January 2nd, the Blood Bank of Delmarva is giving out festive holiday socks to every presenting donor at their centers and their mobile blood drives. It's while supplies last. December is a challenging time for blood supply with school breaks and travel affecting donations. But your blood donation can make a huge impact, so please consider giving blood this December. And as we inch closer to the end of December, that means New Year's is approaching. On Thursday, December 21st, the town of Ellendale will be hosting a community outreach committee meeting to finalize the preparations for the upcoming annual New Year's parade. The town says that parade will be held Monday, January 1st at noon all along Main Street. The meeting is slated for 6:30 p.m. at Town Hall.
The Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
Good morning, sports fans. In the NFL, the Philadelphia Eagles trying to stay at the top of the NFC East, and the Seattle Seahawks hoping to end a 4-game skid. Eagles quarterback Jalen Hurts playing through being sick. On the flip side, Seahawks QB Geno Smith on the sideline with a groin injury, and Drew Lock getting his second start. And the Eagles strike first in this one. Hurts scrambling and then diving in for the 3-yard touchdown, and the Eagles take a 7-0 lead in the first. The score stays the same until the second. Jake Elliott steps up and knocks down a 27-yard field goal. Philly up 10-0. In the third, Eagles up 10-3 until Locke hands it off to Kenneth Walker III, who runs it 23 yards to the house for the TD, and this game is tied at 10. Less than 6 minutes later, a 75-yard drive leads to the brotherly shove, putting Hurts and Philly up 17-10. In the fourth, the Seahawks engineer a drive trailing by 4, and Drew Lock finds Jackson Smith and Jigba. The 29-yard pass with only 28 seconds left gives Seahawks the first lead of the game. Then Hurts' last effort with 10 seconds left, and it's picked off by Julian Love, and the Seahawks win it 20-17 to keep their playoffs hopes alive. And Seattle improves to 7-7 on the season, and Philly moves to 10-4. And here on Delmarva, don't miss our game of the night. Cape Henlopen takes on Dover in boys basketball. Join our live coverage starting at 6:30 tonight. That'll do it for sports. Have a great day.
Some entertainment news now. Kung Fu Panda is back, and America Ferrera is receiving a major honor from Hollywood's biggest critics. Here's Rick Damigella with today's Hollywood Minute.
Being the Dragon Warrior, it's who I am! Skadoosh!
Ho gets back to work. The beloved Kung Fu Panda hero returns to the big screen for the 4th film in the animated franchise. This is a sneak peek at the sequel, which finds the cuddly fighter struggling to trade in his warrior duties to become a spiritual leader, and arrives in theaters on March 8th. America Ferrera wins over the critics. The Barbie actress has been chosen as the 8th recipient of the See Her Award at the Critics' Choice Awards. The honor celebrates a woman who advocates for gender equality, portrays characters with authenticity, defies stereotypes, and pushes boundaries. The trophy will be handed out on January 14th.
Good morning. This is the Blue Kitchen. Live and direct.
A war between classes takes over dystopian London. Get Out actor Daniel Kaluuya makes his directorial debut with The Kitchen. And this is your first look at the sci-fi drama, which lands on Netflix on January 19th. In Hollywood, I'm Rick Damigella.
The Bless Our Children campaign is in full swing. Get this, already we have collected over $250,000 to help provide Christmas for children who otherwise might go without it. But of course, we all know this year is creating hardship for many more people, and the need for help will be even larger. Thank you so much to everyone who has already donated to our Bless Our Children campaign. Every single donation helps, and as you can see, all of you are so generous. We are already getting so many cards and donations. This beautiful card right here is signed by the Donnell family from Longneck. Thank you so much to everyone in the Donnell family. Your donation means the world to the children on Delmarva. If you want to donate, head to blessourchildren.org. Send in a donation in a holiday card, and we may read your well wishes on air like you just saw. You can send in a check or a money order to the address right there on your screen, or simply donate online. Thank you so much for all of your help ensuring every child on Delmarva has a very Merry Christmas. And while we're talking about the holiday season, one of our favorite things to do here on Coast TV is enjoy the holiday lights and decorations put up all across Delmarva. We're going to show you some right now, so take a look at your screen. This Christmas tree is more than ready for the big holiday. It looks just perfect, and look at all of those gifts. Christmas just less than a week away. The presents have found their spot under the tree. This picture was sent to us by Nancy from Millsboro. Nancy, it looks like you finished your Christmas shopping. I have not yet, so good for you. We would love to see how you are decorating your home for the holiday season, so please send your pictures, any videos you have, just like Nancy did, to coasttvnews.com/holidayhouse.
Delmarva's Holiday House is brought to you by Bay to Beach Builders.
At Atlantic General Hospital, we've been busy. Busy expanding healthcare services that are second to none in our region. From cancer care and women's health services to orthopedics, gastroenterology, and more, we provide advanced health technologies delivered by top providers. Expert care every day. It's what you can count on from Atlantic General Hospital.
Come out for the Delmarva Shorebirds Hot Stove Banquet, Thursday, February 8th at the Wicomico Youth and Civic Center. Get your tickets today, which include a buffet-style dinner and your opportunity to meet former Orioles pitcher Ben McDonald. Plus, there will be a cash bar and silent auction with sports memorabilia from your favorite MLB and minor league teams. Proceeds benefit the Shorebirds Fly Together Fund. Tickets available now at theshorebirds.com.
Welcome to the ride home on Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3. First rule of the ride home, we definitely talk about the ride home. In fact, tell all your friends. Second rule of the ride home, we have fun. Top 10 Tuesday, Would You Rather Wednesday, and every day you pick the songs on the high five. And the third rule of the ride home, we don't take ourselves too seriously. You've got enough to stress about. So let me handle the ride home, weekdays from 3 to 7 on Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3.
Have fun and enjoy Delmarva's Coast with Petey the Peacock, Coast TV's feathered friend and sharing joy coast-wide. Know where he's going to be next and get his free coloring book at peteythepeacock.com. Brought to you by Tidal Health.
On your Tuesday morning, we are going to take a live look right now at the Rehoboth Beach Boardwalk, where Bob, much better than yesterday. I know a lot of people in our office yesterday were frustrated coming in. The road conditions made for a rough start to the day, but today should be a much easier commute.
Yes, it's a better day to clean up after the nor'easter for sure, Paige. And yeah, yesterday was a challenge. A lot of the roads in Sussex County were covered in water, barely passable, and a lot of them were closed. So that's still the case this morning. So really be careful out there. At least we're not seeing sub-freezing temperatures, but that's going to change tonight. So any of those standing areas of water from yesterday's rain will freeze up as we go into tomorrow morning. As far as the high temperatures, we are below average the next few days. Our average high is 49. I'm thinking only around 42 today, but feeling much colder with the wind. Only 46 Wednesday, Thursday 47. By Friday, another cool down 45. And then Saturday, we're up to 49. And we continue a warming trend as we get closer and closer to Christmas. Temperatures now out the door Door, upper 30s to right around 40 in Millsboro, Bethany Beach, Indian River Inlet, 37 Del Mar and Seaford, 40 in Salisbury right now. You factor in the winds, and they are brisk coming in out of the west, at times gusting over, 20 miles per hour along the coast. So that feels like temperature is down there. It feels like low to mid 30s in a lot of places. So bundle up out the door. We've seen some clouds moving through. We've got this deep trough of low pressure across the East Coast. It's windy and it's cold, and there's lake effect snow across the mountains of West Virginia on into Pennsylvania, and the lake effect snow machine really revved up along the lake shore there into New York, where they're getting accumulating snow. And behind this, it's all this cold air that will be building in with high pressure the next few days. So it's a slow warm up today. Mid-morning, upper 30s, low 40s by noon. By the afternoon, maybe a sprinkle or a flurry, otherwise cold. Lower 40s is all going to be the high, and then we do cool it off through the overnight, I think at least into the lower 30s by Wednesday morning. A lot of cases into the 20s. So once again, any of that standing water will freeze, okay, as we go through time. So watch out for that. By tomorrow afternoon, still cold with highs only into the 40s. And with the wind, it's going to be even colder. Those winds gusting over 25 into this afternoon, maybe in excess of 30 miles per hour. But at least that will start to dry us out, continue to evaporate some of that water. Still pretty breezy through the overnight into your Wednesday, and feels like temperatures this afternoon only into the 30s. Teens and 20s will be the feels like temperatures as we go into tonight, and then by Wednesday afternoon, still only feeling like 30. So pretty cold as we get closer to the official start of winter, which is on Thursday. Your Paul Davis 7-day forecast. We keep it in the 40s, below average essentially all week long. Overnight lows into the 20s. We keep it dry as well, so that's good as we clean up from the big storm. For the weekend, 49 Saturday, Christmas Eve 51. If you're headed out for midnight mass, we're looking at dry conditions then. And even on Christmas Day, Santa will have a landing with a sleigh with wheels probably, because it will be dry and a high of 53.
Still makes it, Bob. That's all that matters to me. All right, for those of you who travel on the Woodland Ferry, there will soon be some temporary closures you need to be made aware of. So the Del.dot's saying that the ferry will be closed December 21st until January 1st, and then it will be closed again from January 22nd until the 29th. All right, do you know a student who has an interest in building model cars? You probably do. DenRec is encouraging students to register for the 2024 Junior Solar Sprint. The Sprint's a statewide competition for students in grades 5 through 8 to build and race solar-powered model cars in a challenge of creativity, engineering, and speed. This competition will take place in April in Dover, and interested participants must register by Friday, January 12th on DenRec's website. Happening next month, there will be free after-school cooking classes for high school students with disabilities. Humanities Kitchen will be hosting the virtual classes for students in Sussex and Kent counties. This will run from January 22nd to February 29th. The kitchen saying the goal of this program is to provide students living in Delaware with career exploration in the field of culinary arts. Along with learning how to cook, the class will offer independent life skills training. Information on how to sign up for these classes can be found on Humanities Kitchen website. Coming up on Coast TV News today, blood clots literally took this woman's breath away. We're showing you how surgeons saved her life.
It is a brisk start to our Tuesday, a little choppy out there on the water, and a chilly week ahead for Delmarva. We do dry it out, and then we're warming it up heading into Christmas. And no snow for Santa to land on, unfortunately. I'll have the 10-day forecast coming up after the break.
At Draper Media, we offer more than TV and radio advertising. We reach your customers wherever they are, at the gas pump, in bars and restaurants, driving around Delmarva, in a taxi or rideshare at the beach, on social media, or searching for products and services, checking their email, and listening to podcasts or streaming video. Our plans fit all your business needs. Email Frank Hamilton today. What do you do when your tire goes flat? and there's no air anywhere. You reach for Bullseye Pro, the smarter, faster, hands-free way to fill it up with air. Bullseye Pro is equipped with a rechargeable lithium-ion power plant. So fast and so convenient. It's like the power of an air compressor in the palm of your hand. Look, you can inflate all 4 tires on a single charge. It has a built-in smart pressure digital sensor that gauges and automatically stops when the set tire pressure is reached. Easily inflate pool toys, exercise balls, and more. Call or go online now and get the complete Bullseye Pro inflation system for the factory direct price of just $79.99. Plus, we'll ship your entire order free, and we'll give you a 50% discount on a second one. Order now.
To order, call 1-800-771-0865. That's 1-800-771-0865, or go to getbullseyepro.com.
Middays with me, April Brilliant. It's a feel-good show on your radio.
April is the easiest way to get through your workday.
She can play your favorite song.
She can help you find your furry friend.
The easiest way to get through your workday is with April.
She really makes you feel special.
Hey friends, hang out with me weekdays here on Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3 each day from 10 to 3.
Coming up on Wheel, every spin brings a handful of emotions. From laughs to gasps and everything in between. Next Wheel.
Tuesday at 7 on CoastTV.
Next Jeopardy!
The first of our second chance competitions, we'll see the return of players who came so close to victory. Today, that's all going to change for one of our 3 players. Let's make it a true daily double.
Tuesday at 7:30 on CoastTV.
It's a condition that can literally take your breath away, causing almost 1 million people a year to have difficulty doing simple tasks like walking and even working. Left untreated, it can lead to a life-threatening condition. Marty Salt shows us an innovative procedure that's helping people get back to their lives.
Fun, fast, and full contact. That's what Jessica Lopez loves about flat track roller derby.
Some of the best time of my life. Even being here is a little emotional. Played it for 5 years.
But a few years ago, Jessica had to hang up her skates.
I had coughed all over the sink and there was just a lot of blood.
She made her way to Northwestern Memorial Hospital.
We were able to make the diagnosis that one side of her, one lung on the right side was completely filled with clot. No blood flow was going through one side, and that led us to the diagnosis of CTEPH.
Jessica needed an immediate life-saving surgery called PTE. The 10-hour procedure involved opening the chest and attaching Jessica to a heart-lung bypass machine.
We were able to take a look inside the pulmonary artery, turn the circulation off so there's no blood flooding in the field, and then in meticulous fashion slowly peel that clot away from the pulmonary artery.
Almost immediately, Jessica could breathe better, and she believes what she learned on the track is why she is here today.
It completely changed me as a woman to being able to not just be able to be more active, but to be more mentally strong, not just physically strong. And I never had that in my life.
I'm Marty Salt reporting.
It's now 5:56 this morning. Time to check in with our Coastal Pet of the Day, brought to you by Maggie's Pet Boutique. Today's Coastal Pet of the Day has a very special bond with his owner. You are looking at Dexter, who is a canine service dog. The owner, Mike, says that Dexter has been his service dog for 2 years and saves him every day. Well, I bet you saved Dexter as well. What a beautiful pair there. We do want to see more of your pets on Delmarva. Keep sending us photos and telling us what makes your pet so special. Email us right there at the address on your screen. And of course, watch weekdays from 5 to 7. We'll be right here to show you all of the pets we feature. Now 5:57, time for a quick look at your forecast before you head out the door. Bob, I'm just happy that today is not yesterday.
I am too, because I'm not as busy as I was yesterday, Paige. It was a very busy day in the weather department. That storm is long gone. We continue the drying process today. Bundle up out the door. Temperatures in the 30s, but it'll be breezy out of the west-northwest, and we'll see highs in the low 40s, but feeling much colder with the wind. Paul Davis 10-day forecast, cold the rest of the week with highs only in the 40s, but warming up towards Christmas. Christmas Eve 51, Christmas Day is dry 53, and then it looks like rain builds comes in as some of us return gifts on Tuesday.
That's right, Bob. Thank you. All right, coming up in our next hour, ballots and boundaries. For straight redirecting playing a role for 2 Delmarva counties this week. That story and more as we continue on Coast TV News Today.